Here from the official home of unofficial Grateful Dead and music news. We're back. Everybody's back. The scene is alive and thriving. We're kicking off the fall fun run. I don't know what kind of run it is. 6 steps. That's the kind of run I'll take. After 6 steps, I'm about done running. But anyway, we're going to have a good time. So this is going to be brief. Only got 6 to cover for this one. Kicking it off at Madison Square Garden. Loving it. The energy in the city is feeding the monster, and the monster's loving it. It's got a lot to talk about, so let's get right down to it. The energy is incredible around the building and inside of it. Weir comes out. He got the kilt on. Not a Halloween costume in honor of Robert Hunter, an honorable gesture, and certainly not a masquerading gesture, an honorable gesture to honor Robert Hunter. And they open up with Ripple, just the 3 original guys out there. Special moment. That was a special moment, and we could all feel it, and a little bit through it, the rest of the guys came back out. That was just very special. This was going to be a night completely devoted to Hunter. Really good job for not to go into Shakedown. Shakedown, I'm thinking, all right, here we go. This is where we'll get sloppy and slow, and things just won't be very good for a little bit. I was totally wrong. Listen, it might have been sloppy and choppy through the beginning, but when they got to the jams on that one, they took it way out. They extended it. They got out there with it. They didn't reel it in real quick. They let that song breathe deeply, and I enjoyed that a lot. You know, we got to the shake it down part, and you know, when you're at shows and you're immersed in the music, and you're there with the community, and we're all jamming, and you just randomly, waves of thought come through you, and for some reason during Shakedown, right at that shake it down part, I just thought to myself, you know, Garcia, one of his greatest tasks probably, and I don't even know if he had it, but he was Weir's editor. I think Weir needs an editor. He needs somebody to edit some of his ideas. And I think the biggest problem is since Garcia's been gone, nobody can edit Weir anymore. He's the guy now. He's got no editor, and I think he needs an editor because not all his ideas are good. Anyway, it doesn't matter. We all love Bob. I love him long time and forever, really. He's part of the movement that really has given me an amazing life. So anyway, I think he needs an editor. That was lost when Garcia graduated from this planet. But anyway, that thought came through that Weir needs an editor. When Garcia was alive, he had one. He doesn't anymore, so his bad ideas reign. Here we go. You get to Bertha next. Bertha's always going to be a good time. You like jamming to Bertha. I gotta say, in the beginning, it seemed like it was juggling around a little bit. I'm not sure they found the pocket. Once they found the pocket, though, that became a lot of fun, as Bertha always does. Found some very interesting places, and they finally learned how to end Bertha. Really, maybe for the first time in 4 years, the song was ended properly. Maybe a few too many anymores, but it doesn't matter. After the last one, they just got the finish right. I don't know if they were listening to some old stuff, but finally ended Bertha properly after 4 years. So congratulations, guys. Big props on ending Bertha right. You get they love you. You get Loser next. Loser was another one, a little bit sloppy through a lot of parts of it, but when Mayer dug into the solo on that, it changed everything. That song got good in a hurry. Mayer's new guitar sounds amazing. I'm not sure. I haven't listened to anything on my system yet, but at the Garden there last night, that new guitar sounds amazing. Really, the sound of it filled that place, and boy, it's just got a dense sound, and that solo through the sound of that new guitar really seemed to carry some additional emotional weight, and really a great job getting that guitar together. It's a beautiful, his guitars are all beautiful. That one sounds unbelievable. Really glad to hear that. They Love Each Other was next. Really good. As far as They Love Each Other goes, Tennessee Jed, Weir was stepping all over his pecker a little bit through that one. But when they got around to the jams on it, all was forgotten. I mean, that song got good in a hurry too. That's another one that they got around to bouncing that one off the wall, and that one got good in a hurry. The solos were great. I almost had a revelation, which I don't think has ever happened during Tennessee Jed, because the song's really not about anything, so nothing deep ever came to me during Tennessee Jed. I felt like I was on the precipice of a revelation, but it went away. It doesn't matter. Listen, Terrapin's up next. There's your place for a multitude of revelations. Really, that encompasses all and everything, and they got along with that one just fine. He makes some mistakes when he's singing and stuff like that, and this band has always done that throughout time. And the biggest difference between Weir and Garcia was Weir now, when he makes a mistake, he makes the frustrated face, he tries to shake it off, Garcia would just look like he meant it. He made a mistake, he'd look at you over those glasses like he did it on purpose, and you'd just nod your head, yeah, wonderful. Wonderful. Anyway, the Terrapin found great places. Terrapin, we're rising, we're falling. That's the story of this whole community. Some people get upset. Listen, some rise, some fall. We were all right there at Terrapin. During that, when the train's got his brakes on and whistles are screaming, that song Mrs. Mickey sticks something fierce, because there's just this hole that used to be Mickey, and now it's just he swings his plungers and you don't hear a damn thing. It sounds like a couple of tom-toms having a pillow fight up there. Really, there would be some power if in just a couple segments he'd pick up some sticks and give it the old school whooping. That'd be nice. Anyway, it's probably never going to happen, but songs like Terrapin, they really ask for it, and well, they're getting just some plungers right now. It's just a couple tom-toms having a pillow fight. So anyway, a great first set. Really, I was having a ball. Not fair to review a show you're at. Sometimes when you're there, there's just too much happiness and joy going on. They can be a lot better than you think. We get an intermission. They come out playing. Playing's good. Listen, the jam through playing, really, there was the groovy start to that. The groovy jams going on turns into playing. The jams and playing got good. Listen, I want to tell you something in case you didn't know it already. High Chews should be the official candy of playing jams, because if you have a high chew during a playing jam, the energy and the pace that it takes to chew them matches perfectly with the playing jam. So anyway, a very interesting observation I had last night. High Chew is the official candy of the playing jam. I really should see, maybe I get paid by High Chews for that. Maybe they'll pay me in High Chews. Anyway, they sell them at the Garden. Have a couple of those in your pocket. You get to a Dark Star playing jam, you chew on a High Chew. It's amazing how you chew in perfect synchronicity to the jams that are going on. That's all I'm going to say about that. Thought the jams through that were great. O'Teal was doing some crazy shit. You put an ear to him, unbelievable. You get Truckin' next. Truckin' sound like we're going to be New Speedway, and then maybe other one teases flying around. There was some Steven teases throughout. But it turns into Truckin', which is just fine. And Truckin', we had a dynamite time during that. We were dancing hard. The jams were really good. The tension and release at the end totally worked. That was a really good time. Uncle Jay's comes out of there. And, you know, Uncle Jay's, John throughout the night, he was leading the sound. He really was leading the charge, both away from structure, you know, and going deep into it. He was kind of doing his best to lead the band back to structure when it was time, but he was leading the charge. A really strong night from John, and like I said, the new guitar sounds great. Next, you get China Doll up there. China Doll, this one might have been one of my favorites. This could be my favorite China Doll since the first one. They busted that out of Shoreline a couple years back. This one might be my favorite one since. I thought O'Teal was outstanding. China Doll starts. See Mickey's up there. He's shaking a bag of muscles, and I guess everyone's just doing unusual shit and enjoying that song. That song reaches deep into the soul of humanity, and really examines some difficult things, and through the course of that musical experience, boy, you can alter the trajectory of your life if you play it just right. And Oteil, outstanding on that. Really, his vocal was set back. It was unrushed. It was really the delivery of that. John's solos throughout, tasteful as could be. Really big props on the China Doll. The Eyes, what else gonna say? Killing it during Eyes. The jams in that. They got intense. There were moments throughout the show. It was just things would be subdued, and then the jam, the dynamics were incredible. It'd be a subdued segment with just a powerful jam emerging out of almost nowhere. And listen, the crowd going crazy for it all. Really, the energy inside that place was popping. We were all right there with it. The Eyes jams, outstanding. Oteil killing it during his solo. Really, really good stuff. You get to. I almost forgot. Listen, at the end of the first set, Oteil he gets initiated into the Rhythm Devils. He gets his horns. The first set, you think it's over. They tell Oteil not to leave. He gets initiated. They give him some horns. He's officially a Rhythm Devil. So congratulations, Oteil, the newest member of the Rhythm Devils. You're a fine addition. Congratulations on that. Got a wonderful mask with the horns. So I almost forgot that. I was glad that kind of hit me in the middle of this when we get to Drums in Space. Drums in Space, Oteil's always joining the crew on that. The Drums in Space was very good. Once again, through the space, a lot of hints at the Steven in there. You get the wheel out of space. The wheel can be a real clunker for these guys, but it had energy last night. If you ask me, that wheel had energy. The vocal parts were as good as I've heard it from this group. There was energy behind them. It didn't sound like that wheel was stuck in the mud, and sometimes it sounds that way. I thought it was good. I don't know if the solos, the segments where they're supposed to explore that a little bit, were nearly as interesting as and strong as the lyrical part, but I thought the wheel was good. You get Standing on the Moon next. That was just fine. That seems to go along with, you know, Halloween and stuff. I guess a good song for Halloween. You want to listen to a Halloween show, you check out Oakland from '91. Oh, that's when Bill Graham died, boy. That Halloween show. Ken Kesey during the Dark Star Jam. Oh man, that one goes way deep. You want to take a listen to that one. Anyway, I believe Standing on the Moon that night too. And you put an ear on all those shows. 1031, 91 was a good one. Anyway, you get Sloppy Magnolia after Standing on the Moon. Standing on the Moon was good. Sloppy Magnolia next. Seemed like the sugar was a little bit sloppy, but I'll tell you what, the Sunshine Daydream wasn't. They maybe tripped a little bit through the Sugar Mags, but the Sunshine Daydream was tight. They jammed that hard. There you go. Whole show devoted to songs written by Robert Hunter. That's extraordinary, really. Listen, I'm going to tell you something. Calling werewolves on Halloween is like calling Auld Lang Syne for New Year's. I mean, really, you didn't predict anything. It's not a good call. It's like, it's my birthday. I predict they're going to sing Happy Birthday today. They're always going to give you werewolves on Halloween. That's how it goes. I wish they would have totally not. Just give us Broke Down. Give us another Hunter tune. Make the whole thing Hunter. So other than the werewolves, it was completely devoted to Hunter. Really, it was up to me and I was writing a list. That would have been probably a Broke Down to close that one. And I fuck with everybody and give them werewolves tonight. So anyway, there you go. There's the first show. I thought really good as far as opening up a tour. This was a really strong way to do it. There was some great parts throughout. So I'm not always looking for perfection, really. I just, when they're going for it, I like to see what happens. And to me, it was a really strong showing for the first night out. I look forward to getting back in there tonight, live action tonight, and we'll get to reporting on it. For now, love you long time. We'll see you at the Garden later.